Good afternoon, Mr. Syed and all my fellow friends. So we are from Group 5 and now we are here to present about the case study of Masjid Berhad. So Masjid Berhad was founded in 1993 by Mr. Ananda Krishnan and was listed in 2009. It is operated in the telecommunications industry and is involved in the mobile communications, fixed line, international gateway telecommunications, as well as internet and also broadband services that we used to know. And its vision is to admire for excellence and based on its value that it possesses, which are positive, passionate, and also collaborative. The chart in the slide shown is to describe about the subsidiaries of Masjid Berhad. This is the operation segments of Masjid Berhad in details, where they target different customers in different services. So for instance, they have mobile services for the public, they have the enterprise fixed services for the business customers, they have the international gateway services for the big company telecommunications company in overseas, and they have the home services for the home customer and other operations for its company.
Now, I will present about the opportunity of masses have in their businesses. First of all, in terms of political, as the government have introduced digital economy as the forefront of budget 2020, there are various initiatives and incentives under this budget that are for the telecommunication industry, in which masses get to enjoy as well, such as the tax deduction on the digital social responsibility that is committed by masses. Next, moving on to the economical side. As we all know, telecommunication industry is one of the world's fastest growing economy industry. And as we can see from the graphic, we can see that there is actually a continuous growth in GDP over the years in Malaysia. Moving on to the social side, it is known that the young demographic are data hungry, in which they are addicted to the internet. This is proven by a study that 30% of the internet users in Malaysia are actually those in their 20s. Besides, adherence to the movement control order by the government to remain indoor at all times actually saw an increase in the internet traffic nationwide as the people are starting to work from home, having online classes and online purchases. Masses can actually use this opportunity to come out with an attractive internet plan to gain the heart of consumer. Moving on to the technological, in this era of globalization, there is actually new technology every day, and this technology increases the needs of internet, like for the Internet of Things, Industry 4.0, clouds, 5G, big data, and others. There is also an increasing new devices every day. Masses can actually use this opportunity to bundle out the new devices with their own telecommunication plan. For example, masses can bundle out the newest iPhone like the iPhone 11, the iPad, Samsung Note, and others with their own telecommunication plan. So in terms of legal aspect, Malaysia actually have this special commission, which is the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, to provide a transparent regulatory to facilitate fair competition and efficiency in the telecommunication industry. There is also this Personal Data Protection Act 2010 in order to protect the consumer from any form of abuse or illegal storage of information, in which masses can use this as an opportunity by adhering to this Personal Data Protection Act and appeal to the customer as a marketing tool for the company.
For the threats of Masjid Berhad in the political aspect, the formulation of policies by the Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission (MCMC) will affect the business operation of Masjid Berhad. This is because they undertook a spectrum of reforming exercise where they want to allow more telecommunication companies to get more benefits in this industry. And then MCMC also set a security standard to choose partner in the nationwide 5G rollout. They want more companies like Cellcom to join this 5G rollout so that the advanced technology of 5G won't be dominated by Maxis Berhad alone. And then due to the Prihatin Rakyat Economy Stimulus Package, there are additional investment required to upgrade the network capacity. This is because the government offer free internet access to the people during MCO. While for the economy aspect, there are an expected of 2.9% slowdown due to the COVID-19 outbreak. This is because the ringgit weakened against the foreign currency also affect the business operation, especially in the financial challenges. And then there are additional capital expenditure required for the 5G rollout too for the Maxis Berhad to launch the 5G in Malaysia. In another aspect, the Maxis Berhad also need to absorb the cost to provide free internet and to improve the network quality during MCO. Next, in the social aspect, in one article it stated that the telco tower built by the telecommunication companies might affect the people's health. This is because there are some radio wave emitted by the telco tower and it will cause cancer to the people. Next, the telecommunication company also exposed to the privacy, security and trust issue. This is because they have a larger customer base so that it have the abundant opportunities for the malicious actors to gain unauthorized access to their data. And next, the rises of cybersecurity cases of 82.5% during the MCO in Malaysia has caused a threat for the telecommunication company like Maxis. This is because the rise of the cases can cause the security issues like credit card and ID theft, damage to the website and also the loss of reputation by the company. Next, in the technology aspect, the readiness of 5G technology in Malaysia is a threat to Maxis Berhad. This is because the spectrum to be used of 5G has not been determined by MCMC, and the 5G compatible devices like the smartphone and devices are not readily available in Malaysia too. Based on the internet speed by country in 2020, Malaysia has a low internet speed compared to the leader, which is Singapore. So it is a threat for Maxis Berhad to expand their ICT innovations in Malaysia, and they also need to innovate more ICT technology like the usage of IoT, big data and others. Next, in the competitive aspect, the physical stores closed down during MCO will affect the business operation of Maxis Berhad. This is because it affects the point of sales of the shoppers that pass by the physical shop lot of Maxis Berhad in the shopping mall. So the shoppers won't be attracted by the promotion and also the new packages launched by the physical store in the shopping mall. Next is the high competitiveness of the telecommunication industry in Malaysia. As in the pie chart in the slide, Maxis Berhad is not the market leader in 2018, as TM was the market leader that owns the highest market share in this industry. Next, there are an increase of fiber internet competitor that offer the same internet speed but in the cheaper price, which is Cellcom in 2020.
Moving on to the external factors environment matrix, we have actually used this matrix in order to examine Maxis' external environment and also to identify the opportunity and threats. For the opportunity side, we can see that the young demographic and lifestyle adjustment after MCO has the highest weightage at 0.6 for each weighted score. And for threats, we can see that the privacy, security and trust issue has the highest weightage at 0.36. So the total EFE score for Maxis Berhad is actually 2.46, which is counted that the company response to the external factors is actually slightly above average.
Good evening everyone, my name is Wong Han Wei. I'm going to analyze Maxis by using the Porter 5 Force model. First, we will be looking at the rival amongst competing firms. The telecommunication industry in Malaysia consists of several mobile operators such as Digi, Celcom, TM, Maxis, U-Mobile, and so on. Based on a consideration of the industry, we can know that the economic structure for the telecommunication industry is an oligopoly structure. The level of competition in this particular industry is believed that to be low one. In this case, Maxis has two main competitors and they are Digi and Celcom. Second, we cannot deny that these three companies has led the telecommunication industry. They are largely competing to differentiate their product and services. Maxis has tried to gain competitive advantage through the low call rate and package price, while its competitors focus on the advertisement. Third, the telecommunication industry has high access barrier. This is because the high investment budget. Therefore, this makes the companies strive to survive in the industry and increase the competition amongst the company. Next, the threat of the new entrant. For Maxis, the threat level is low. This is because the telecommunication is a high competitive industry in order to gain a large market share. Thus, potential entrants need to ensure that they have sufficient financial resources in order to gain the economy of scale, since having a huge capital will be a competitive advantage to compete with each other. According to the New Straits Times and Digital News Time, New Asians, the Maxis has spent around 1 million ringgit for the capital expenditure. This means that to enter the telecommunication market, it requires a large amount of capital investment. Besides that, the regulatory policy also become a barrier for this industry. Company need to get the license from the MCMC. In the late of February 2020, Maxis has cooperated with the Celcom and Digi on fiber to base station to support their mobile network growth and preparing for the 5G technology. The potential entrant need to have up-to-date technology in order to compete with them. Moving on to the threat of substitution. For Maxis, the threat of substitution is considered as high. The first reason is the pressure from the other industries such as the social media industry and traditional later. The pressure on the very low cost to communicate via online messenger has strengthened the mobile internet service industry. For example, now many people using Facebook, Skype, Twitter to communicate or wishing for festival via online rather than using the phone. The second reason is the cost manipulation amongst competitors. According to the edge market, not just the price war between the telecommunication company will continue, but the customer experience will also affect the competitiveness. Hence, Maxis need to nurture their customer and continue to add value to the relationship in order to maintain their competitive edge. Next, the bargaining power of consumer. According to the Santander, Malaysian has high price sensitivity, which means that Malaysian customer will perceive about the cost between which they will buy a particular product or services. If the competitor of Maxis offer lower package price, the existing customer will switch to the competitor brand. In the era of globalization, the advance of technology has made ease of access to the information. The high available information will make the buyers to evaluate the services and price among the telecommunication industry. Besides that, if there are many alternative product and brands in the market, it will cause a high level of competition between the major telecommunication company and lead to lower switching costs for buyers to change their mobile service provider. However, in Malaysia, the story is quite different because of the consideration of the industry. The service provider has little differentiate among the companies, so buyer will have high switching costs. So for the last part, for the Maxis Porter 5 Force, the bargaining power of supplier that indicate how strong is the position of the seller. In this case, Maxis have few supplier and it heavily rely on the supplier. This is because the network equipment cannot be sourced locally and so they need to rely on the imports. Maxis now only left two main suppliers, which are the Ericsson and the Tricisco for lag. Therefore, the bargaining power of the supplier is high.
My name is Oi Hui, so I would like to proceed with Maxis competitors and their strengths. The main two competitors of Maxis are Digi Telecommunication and Celcom Axiata Berhad. Digi is the first telco in Malaysia to launch and operates a fully digital cellular network. Digi's primary products are telecommunication, mobile services, and cable television. The second competitor, Celcom Axiata, is the first mobile operator in Malaysia. Celcom is a partner to 6 mobile virtual network operators. The main products and services offered by Celcom are 2G, 3G, 3.5G and 4G coverage, fiber broadband and satellite mobile networks. Next, I will proceed with the strengths of Maxis competitors. First, we look at the strengths of Digi. The strength of Digi Berhad is a strong marketing strategy. They offer reward tiers for their users, and the rewards is calculated through different membership tiers such as Yellow, Gold, and Platinum. As the users climb their ranks, they can automatically get access to more deals, priority queues to their helpline, and get priority access to certain device deals. Next, the customer also will get an offer of discount price when they want to buy specific products such as T-Life, Yao Yao, and Baskin Robbins. Next, the strength of Digi is price competitiveness. Digi offers a cheap internet plan starting from 58 ringgit for 10 gig in 1 month period and lowest price per share line to the second account. Lastly, Digi market share of mobile subscriber is the highest. Digi shares of the mobile subscriber market in Malaysia was approximately 28%, followed by Maxis and Celcom with a market share about 23 and 21% in 2018. Next, we look at the strengths of Celcom Axiata Berhad. The first strength of Celcom is price competitiveness. Celcom offers the lower average price per GB compared with Maxis and Digi. The second strength of Celcom is their brand reputation. This result comes from YouGov Brands Index, and Digi is ranked number 1 when compared with other Malaysia telco. Lastly, the strength of Celcom is their product quality. Celcom customers experience better 4G network than Maxis in all states in Malaysia and better 3G and 4G video experience. This is the competitive profile matrix for Maxis, Digi, and Celcom. The total score for Maxis is 3.5, Digi is 3.2, while Celcom is 3.25. Amongst the three of companies, Maxis is relatively stronger than its competitors.
We have included 5 strengths and 5 weaknesses for the internal factor evaluation of Maxis Berhad. The rating and weight score for each factor are based on the online information that we gain as well as our own evaluation. In short, Maxis Berhad scored 2.7 out of 4 in the evaluation. This indicates that Maxis Berhad has a strong internal position since its IFE metric is slightly above average.
Good day to Doctor and my fellow friends. I'm Hong Zhen, and now I'm going to talk about the strengths of Maxis. So the first strength of Maxis will be its stable business. So based on the report obtained from the Star in 2019, we mentioned that actually Maxis remains as the revenue leader among telcos. And this is because of the fact that Maxis had generated a revenue market share of 41% as compared to that of Celcom and Digi, which are 31% and 28% respectively in 2019. And the mobile revenue of Maxis had been increased from 8.1 billion Malaysian ringgit in 2015 to 8.3 billion Malaysian ringgit in 2019. And this had indicated that Maxis is becoming a strong dividend company, and this is going to increase the confidence level to its investors as well as attracting them to invest in its company continuously. And the second strength of Maxis will be its excellent network experience. And it has been proved to provide the best gaming and video experience to its users based on the survey reported by OpenSignal in 2020. And Maxis had secured the Gaming and Video Experience Award while competing with its competitors because it enables to provide the best real-time multiplayer gaming experience to its users, and they can still enjoy relatively faster loading time while streaming videos on their smartphones. And besides, Maxis does experience improvements in terms of its download and upload speed. From the statistics, we actually discovered that its network averaging speed has been increased to 20.4 megabits per second and 7.7 megabits per second for download and upload speed respectively. And this can actually bring more convenience to its users who are highly engaged in using those social media apps like Facebook and Instagram. And in addition, Maxis has been continuously enhancing its 4G coverage experience for its users. And this is because Maxis actually discovered that the level of 4G access in Malaysia has been continuously growing, and recently it has achieved 86.6% of 4G availability, and it is just a little bit inferior than its main competitor, which is Celcom, in terms of 4G availability. So I will proceed to the third strength of Maxis, which is its strategic alliances and partnership. Maxis itself had actually several partnerships with different companies from different fields. And first of all, Maxis has signed a service agreement with Gamuda-Land, which is considered as one of the top property developers in Malaysia, in order to bring converged offerings to residents through a customized Maxis One Home Fiber plan with fixed offerings as well as superior mobile coverage. And in addition, Maxis also signed an agreement with Sakofa in order to have a full access to their high-speed main network services in Sarawak, and also to make fiber broadband available for even more consumers and businesses in Sarawak. And the purpose of having this kind of partnership is to make sure that Maxis could enlarge its customer base in different fields and generate more revenue. And the last strength of Maxis would be its strong in-house strategies. So Maxis had actually launched Hotlink Rewards for its users. Hotlink Rewards enables prepaid customers to have access to more exciting deals as well as discounts by simply just logging into their Hotlink Rate app to earn some points. And besides, Maxis had also introduced Hotlink Postpaid Flex Plus and Maxis One Prime plan. For Hotlink Postpaid Flex Plus, it makes it easy for customers to move to postpaid and to own a brand new range of devices from just as low as RM1 Malaysia, and have the chance to enjoy 10 GB high-speed internet with unlimited calls to all networks. And for Maxis One Prime plan, it enables families to choose a combination of any kind of Maxis One plan, just starting from 98 ringgit Malaysia per month. The purpose of having this kind of strategies, Maxis could create more customer loyalty effectively and eventually generate more revenue in the future. So that's all for my part. I will pass to my friends for the next part. Thank you.
The first weakness is Maxis' negative user experience affected its reputation. Most of the users of Maxis choose it as their telecommunication service provider due to its well-known brand name, with the expectation that the product and services provided by Maxis are the best among other telcos. However, the quality of its product and services don't really meet the expectation of its users. Many users dissatisfied with Maxis' slow internet speed, connection failure, poor internet coverage, and so on for both its mobile and home fiber internet. For example, in October 2019, Hotlink and OU users have faced service interruption for their line for about 2 hours due to Maxis network connection issue. In the same year, those who subscribe to Maxis home broadband also faced difficulty in connecting with internet due to network issue of Maxis fiber broadband. Those similar issues also happened in previous years. Although Maxis take immediate action to rectify the problem and promise that they will improve their service quality, but similar cases still appear again and again. The inconsistent product and service quality and the widespread of those negative issues on social media will spoil Maxis' reputation as well as lead to users' loss. The second weakness is Maxis users dissatisfied with its unprofessional customer service. As one of the leading telecommunication companies in Malaysia, Maxis failed to deliver superior customer service to its users. Even Maxis mentioned that users are always their priorities. In fact, there were a significant number of complaints on Maxis' unprofessional customer service. Most of the users stated that their complaints were not addressed by Maxis for a few days. Even they mentioned that they need emergency assistance. Furthermore, some of the employees were unable to provide accurate information or come up with constructive solutions to deal with user difficulties. Failure of Maxis in resolving users' issues and form strong engagement with its users will make users feel that Maxis did not appreciate them and thus motivate them to switch to other telcos like Digi and Celcom. The third weakness is Maxis have poor marketing strategy. Incapability of Maxis marketing personnel to tackle dynamic marketing change made it fail to build competitive advantage among its competitors. While its main competitors Digi and Celcom as well as small players like U Mobile and Udo have pushed ahead with cheaper plan, Macy's still choose to stay in their comfort zone with the thought that its user will always stay with them. So from the table, we can see that the postpaid plan below 150 ringgit offered by Digi, Celcom, U Mobile and Udu were cheaper than Macy's. Digi and U Mobile users can even enjoy unlimited data with a cheaper pricing than Macy's. There were many complaints on the unfairness of Macy's in promoting better internet plan for its users. Users dissatisfied with Macy's decision to offer better internet plan for those who intend to switch to other telcos, but not for those who choose to stay with Macy's. Such promotional strategy made Macy's lose more users than before. Furthermore, in compared with its competitor, Macy's advertisement failed to build a vivid image for the brands and is not convincing enough to convince people to subscribe Macy's. Nowadays, the yellow color or yellow man has become a trademark of Digi, and this trademark has a strong impression of Digi for public because of its creative and effective advertising idea, yet Macy's has lost in this aspect. Here are all the references, and that's all from us. Thanks for listening.